Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yunita from class A English Education 2018. Now I'm going to be explain about some proposal. The little free service teachers' attitudes towards online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. I will going to explain chapter 1 introduction, and in the second I will going to explain about background. In Indonesia, the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic has had an impact, especially on the education system in Indonesia. And there requires massive action related to the learning model policy, and this pandemic is a massive challenge to the education system. The flexible learning model, along with the state of the pandemic COVID-19, is learning through the network system, such as learning prepared by universities via campus websites or using online application cinema. And the BE problem in the identification. A problem identification for the study normally. Number one, what are the pre-service teachers' attitudes towards online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic? And the two, what are the pre-service teachers' difficulties towards the online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic? C.Research Focus. Research focus of this research is follow. Number one, focus on finding out the attitudes and difficulties of pre-service teachers towards online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. The second, focus on the second semester of English Education Department, University of Sulawesi. The research objective. Based of the problem identification formulated above, the research objective 2, number 1, find out the pre-service teachers' attitudes towards online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. Number 2, find out the pre-service teacher difficulties towards online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. Research benefits. Theoretical. The result of this research is expanded can be used as the reference in previous study concerning the pre-service teachers' attitudes towards online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. And the practical, number 1, 2, 3, for student, for teacher, for other research. A chapter 2 leader interview. Some previous findings. Number 1, Nur Agun dan Surtikanti in 2020 in the third research entitled Student Perception of Online Learning During COVID-19 Pandemic, a guest study on English student of STKEP Feminim Telino. 2, Marcus Gering Allo 2020 in the research entitled in the online learning good in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. The guests of EFL learners 3, Egypt Eduol and Odyssey 2014 in the research entitled Attitude of Students Towards Learning is Short West Nigeria Universities in Application of Technology Acceptance Model. B. Some patent idea. Attitude according to Saifuddin Aswad 2010. Attitude is one of the elements of personality that a person must have to determine his action and behavior towards an object accompanied by positive and negative feelings. Meanwhile, Saifuddin Aswad 2013 states the attitudes have a cognitive component, cognitive, and affective component, affective, and cognitive component, cognitive. Online learning. Online learning education that takes place over the internet is often referred to as learning. Learning is a learning system that uses as a means for the teaching and learning process carried without having to meet face to face directly between teachers and students. Use electronic and computer systems so that they are able to support the learning process. COVID-19 pandemic. According to Hassan Al-Astari Rahman, Daniel 2002 to 2020, the epidemic of the coronavirus novel 2019, a pandemic to cause the first global health crisis in the millennium or era after the Spanish flu pandemic in the learning process. The learning process is process in which there are interaction activities between teacher, student, and reciprocal communication that take place in education situation to achieve learning goals. C. Theoretical framework. Maybe our can see online learning to student problem during learning, and they have to three number students do not understand the material provided to student only write in summary of the material and an explanation that is still less related to the material. 3. The absence of direct interaction with their lectures. And the have to 1 to 3, but giving to a student attitude toward online learning, and the second student difficulties towards online learning, and the last free service teacher attitude towards online learning during COVID-19 pandemic. Chapter 3 Research Method. I have to type qualitative research method, and the second decision phenomenological suggestion, and B research schedule and location. Have to time will be conducted the even semester of academic years 2020 to 2021 from April until a special time, and the location will be conducted in the second semester English Education Department, University of West Sulawesi. C. Data courses. The data in the study will be taken from students second semester of English Education Department, University of West Sulawesi. In this research, the researchers will apply a purposive sampling technique and the research instrument. Have to have the research instrument: number 1, observation; number 2, a questionnaire; number 2, interview. Data validity test technique. In the study, research will be use a triangulation technique in the way the research rechecks information from observation, questionnaire, and interview and data to 11 documents. Data analysis technique. After collection the data, the research analyzes the data. To analyze the data, the research use a qualitative description method to analyze the data. According to there are 3 activities to analyze data in description qualitative research, and the have to data analyze have to 3: data reduction, data display, the data conclusion, drawing, and verification. Okay, I think that's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.